Right, good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience, and any comments or questions you may have, please leave them down below. Nothing I'm going to say in this will be financial advice, it's purely for entertainment purposes only. I've just read an article regarding whether Solana or Cardano is the better investment. I thought it was quite an interesting topic, so I'm going to go through the article and look at the charts to see what the short to long-term outlook might be for both of these projects. But as always, I'll start off by looking at the cryptocurrency market. So it's currently 739 in the UK. We've got a market cap of $1.07 trillion, which is down 0.39% in the last 24 hours. So we've pulled back a little bit. We were up earlier, but some of those gains have been given back. 24-hour trading volume of $61.1 billion. Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at 41.2%, with Bitcoin itself trading at $22,880, so it's still in a fairly decent position, all things considered. The top 10 is all fairly flat. Polygon was doing well earlier, it continues to do so. It's up another 2% in the last hour, so it's putting a bit of breathing room or fresh air between itself and Solana, which is one of the topics we're going to be, one of the coins we're going to be covering. If we go to the Cardano page and have a little look, you can see that's up 0.4%, trading at 39 cents. Market cap of 13.6 billion. Circulating supply of 34.6 billion Cardano. Looks fairly just range bound at the moment, just on that basic chart there. If we check sentiment, I'm really wasting my time looking at sentiment these days. Is people just talking about completely different cryptocurrencies. It's really just a shilling zone, so I'm going to ignore that from now on. So let's check Solana, see what's going on there. Right, Solana is trading at $23.12, down 0.39%, which I believe is pretty much exactly in line with the market, so it's following the market exactly. Market cap is down, it's at $8.634 billion. There's a circulating supply of 373 million Solana. Again, fairly range bound. It's not done a lot today. Like I said, it's just down 0.39%. And again, this is just a shilling zone, really. It's completely changed from what it used to be. Moving along to have a quick look at the charts. This is Solana on the daily. We've got a little bit of bearish divergence across the highs there. We've pulled back to the trend line today, but it's reacted nicely. Well, it pulled back to it yesterday, reacted nicely to it, and hopefully we'll have the same result today. So if this trend line can hold firm, then I see us reaching $33 within the next week or so. Not financial advice, just my own opinion. The only concern is the bearish divergence rather, and the negative momentum. But we do have this golden cross on the 50, which has just moved above the 100, which could play out nicely and give us a bit of upside momentum moving forward. So my short to medium term targets are $32 and $37. That's where I see the next resistance. But when we do eventually reach $37, we are in double top territory, almost triple top territory actually. So I need to move that a bit so includes that there. So around this region here, I would say that's the next level of resistance. So it's just to be kept an eye on at the moment. There's no tradable patterns there, but just for the is there a no, there is nothing tradable there. There's possible short position building, but I'd have to wait for till tomorrow to be taking a trade like that. But I don't generally trade cryptocurrencies. I'm more of an investor, but I'm considering getting into it because some of my forex strategies do tend to work on it on a demo account. So I might dip my toe into the water and start providing more content on that, some like short to medium term trades on the crypto markets. So Solana is sort of range bound for the last almost month. It's been not trapped, but it's been in this zone since we broke through the 100. There was a lovely candle there, and it's just been chop, sort of just range bound really. But it's not really given much back, so it's looking decent. So moving on to Cardano. Cardano is in very much a similar situation. Golden cross just about to happen. They're actually just touching these moving averages. I love the way that this 50 is sloping up, really starting to kink up, which is like a bullish sign in my opinion. We've still got the signal line and the MACD line above the 100, but they've just crossed there, and we have gone to negative momentum. So that needs to be, we need to keep an eye on that. We broke through this trend line, and eventually that's a weekly trend line. Oh no, it's a daily trend line. Took some time to break through it. It tested it a few times, broke back down, broke through support, found support down at 24 cents, reacted to the, was there bullish divergence? I can't remember. No, there was no divergences there, but it's moving up nice. It's almost in a little bit of a parallel channel there. So should this cross above that, it will still tick bullish for me, but medium term target, it would like to see how we react to the 42 cents region, and moving on further from there. I'm looking at probably somewhere around the 50 cent region, so not massive moves, but well, in percentage terms, let's go to 50 cents from where we are now. That's 21%. It's in crypto, that can happen in a day, so it's not a big thing, but I'm just talking like short to medium term. Those are my early targets. Should this we've got the support there. I used 100 of support a few days ago, so these moving averages are well below. There's a lot of fresh air between us and there, so I'm not overly concerned about price at the moment. It looks fairly bullish. Should there be a pullback, I'd probably buy more, because I'm invested in both of these projects, just to be fully transparent with you. But as I've already said, and I will reiterate, it will never be financial advice. It's just me providing my just thoughts. You can take from it what you will. So moving on to the article. It's on a website called Invez. So the author is Crispus Niaga. Never heard of him, but he seems to know what he's talking about. So Cardano versus Solana, which is the better crypto to buy, which is interesting to me because I hold equal amounts of both. So I've got decent bags in both. I picked up most of my Solana. Sorry to digress, but I picked up most of my Solana when it went down to $10. Because a lot of people, like a lot of big influencers, were saying this is going to zero, and I just couldn't see it myself. They were just like overreacting to the FTX thing. And when I see that something's been to $250 before, and it's, there's definite potential, the risk reward there is incredible. So I took a punt. I'm still accumulating little bits and pieces here and there. I'd like to get in the region of 150 Solana. I'm getting towards that, but I don't want to be over invested or overexposed. It's not a massive part of my portfolio. Obviously that's my major part of my portfolio, to be honest with you, is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP and VeChain, then Cardano, Solana, and a couple of other smaller holdings. There's some projects that I'm looking at that I might make a video about in a few days, which are tiny caps, but they do have decent use cases, which is what I'm interested in when I'm investing in cryptos, things with use cases and utility. But I'm going on a bit now, so let's go to the article. Cardano and Solana are well-known brands in the blockchain industry. Solana's insiders and VCs have substantial holdings in the coin. Cardano could benefit from its EVM sidechain launches. Cardano and Solana are some of the best-known Ethereum killers in the industry. They are well-known names with a market cap of over 13 billion and 8.25 billion respectively. In 2023, ADA prices jumped by about 55%, while Solana has risen by over 130%. They both remain sharply lower in the past 12 months. Cardano versus Solana. Cardano and Solana are big players in the crypto industry. According to DeFi Llama, Cardano has a total value locked of over 123 million, while Solana has 598 million in assets. Solana's TVL plummeted hard in 2022 following the collapse of FTX, as we wrote here. Its key dApps like Serum imploded because of their close relationship with FTX and Alameda. Therefore, Solana price has outperformed Cardano as investors bet on a turnaround as the network moved past its association with FTX and Alameda. Also, investors are cheering the strong performance of its ecosystem in 2023. So yeah, I'm one of those investors that, what did they say? Turnaround, bet on a turnaround. I did, that's what I did. It was worth a punt to me, and so far it's playing out nicely. I'm not sure my profit taking levels yet. I'm not expecting all-time highs, but if we can get towards the $100 region, even $50 region, then I'm going to be quite happy with that. But I'm going to be watching this for the coming weeks, months, even years, because I'm quite happy for this bear market to last another year to get myself a much better position into all of these projects. So to maximise my potentials for gains. Anyway, back to the article. For example, Solana handled over 108 million NFTs in January, a sharp increase from the 75 million it handled in December. In the same time period, data compiled by CryptoSlam shows that Cardano handled about 9 million NFTs. So Solana is massively outperforming Cardano on NFTs. I'm actually I still use the Step in GMT app, and all of my Step in GMT earnings, sorry I just hit my microphone there, I swap out for Solana. I earn about think it takes me about 10 days to earn a Solana, so it's not too bad considering the potential of the price moving forward. So again, I keep going off track. Still, Solana's DeFi ecosystem has some challenges. For example, while its TVL has jumped to $598 million in dollar terms, it has plunged to 26.37 million in Solana terms. That's the lowest it's been since June 2021. Cardano's TVL has crept back up slowly in ADA terms to around 321 million. I don't know, there's a little A there, I don't know if there's a typo. So his conclusion: I believe that Cardano was a better buy than Solana in 2023. First, its tokenomics is more friendly than that of Solana. For one, Solana's ownership has been more inclined towards insiders and venture capital firms who funded it. Data compiled by Masari shows that over 63% of all Solana tokens is owned by insiders and VCs. On the other hand, about 16.3% of all ADA tokens are held by founders and the company. The rest, about 83%, are owned by the public, according to Into the Block. The concentration of large holders in Cardano is about 35%. Ethereum's concentration of large holders is about 40%. Further, Cardano has some catalysts for 2023. For example, Cardano will launch its toolkit for building sidechains or layer 2 networks. In a statement on Tuesday, Input Output announced a public proof of concept testnet for its toolkit. The EVM sidechain will explore the ability to extend Cardano to other communities. Also, Cardano could benefit from the upcoming stablecoins in its ecosystem. DGED, its stablecoin, has seen its TVL jump to over 11.74 million. On the other hand, Solana could suffer from negative headlines in 2023. Negative headlines, that's potential speculation, but I'm prepared to wait for the long term. It can pull back. I'll probably buy more. Again, not financial advice. It's just what I'll be doing. So again, I'll credit the person, Crispus Niaga. That's a fairly decent article. Can't disagree with much of what he said. It's very fact-based, no motive language in there. Sounds like a sophisticated investor, unlike some of the people I've been discussing recently that are involved in some DeFi projects or protocols. They seem to be somewhat unsophisticated investors and very emotional and myopic when it comes to their investments. Right, so I'll just have a quick look at Bitcoin's chart rather before I finish, just to see how that's looking. Let me close that down. So we had this bullish divergence between this low here and this low here. It was very, very clear. It played out nicely, eventually crossed the 50 and sustained its close above the 50 on the 9th of January, where it pushed straight through the 100. The 50 is above the 100, so we've got the golden cross, which has played out. We've broken through the double top. We're consolidating around the, oopsie daisy, let me put my double top back. There you go, mate. Right, we're consolidating around the $23,000 level for the last, since the 20th of January. So if I go to the weekly, see what that looks like there. The divergences are even clear on the weekly. You can even see why Bitcoin broke, not why, but technically why Bitcoin broke down. There was a very clear divergence from this high here to this high here. Played out beautifully. Were I a day trader, I would have shorted it exactly at this point here. Don't know if you can see that, yeah, where my crosshatch is. I would have shorted it there, probably targeting the 100. So I'm not saying I would have held on for this, so I'd have been targeting the well, at the time it was the $30,000 region, but would have ended up hitting target at $36,000, but that would have been shorted from $51,000, so it would have been a decent trade. But obviously I didn't take it. But what I'm thinking about doing is moving down to like the lower time frames. So if I go down to the hourly, for example, and see if I can see any setups there that I would have taken, that would have triggered, wouldn't have stopped me out. There's a nice little setup there. Is there any divergence in play with it? No, there's no divergences, but just a nice candlestick pattern there that would have triggered at that point there. If I'd have gone for a, I know I'm going on, but I might as well, I'm talking. I've got a horrible cold, so you have to excuse my voice. So it would have triggered here on that green candle. I'd have set my stop up here at the top of that candle, and I want at least a 2-to-1. So would have gone on to hit target. Yeah, just about wick through it. So target would have been around there, which almost coincides with that low there. So there's a few things going for it. It's a 2-to-1. The setup's there, the trigger's there, and the there's targets like around here could even have, actually I could even have had, like, you look to these prior lows on the hourly as a target, but generally I'll be aiming at a 2 to 1 for a day trade. But obviously, well, yes, on the hourly, so it's a day trade, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit confused. So anyway, excuse my voice, I do have a horrendous cold. I'm surprised I've managed to get through this video without coughing. But like I said, nothing in this video is financial advice. Thank you for your time, thank you for watching. Any questions or comments you might have, please leave them down below. I'll be happy to get back to you when I get a chance, depending on how I feel tomorrow, because at the moment I'm starting to feel like rough as, I don't want to swear, but rough as you know what. Yeah, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience. Once again, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.